Nothing in this podcast or on our website should be construed as medical advice. Consult your healthcare provider for your individual nutritional and medical needs. The information presented is based on our research and is strictly that of the author and not necessarily those of any professional group or other individual.
Hi, I'm Sue Becker from Bread Beckers. Welcome to Sue's Healthy Minutes. I'm so excited you've joined me today, and I hope this episode encourages you and allows you to find the answers you have been praying for the health of you and your family. Today is episode 100 of Sue's Healthy Minutes, and I want to share a word of encouragement with you. I carefully considered what I wanted to share on this 100th episode, and I woke in the night with Psalm 100 on my mind. Psalm 100 for this 100th episode certainly seems fitting. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. As we begin a new year with new resolves to lead a healthier lifestyle, I think it is very fitting that we look at the importance of having joy. Many studies have been done on the relationship between our mindset and emotions and good health, and joy can certainly be a key factor. And this is not just some new age philosophy. Proverbs 17:22 tells us that a merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. It seems to me then that the importance of joy cannot be stressed enough. All the good eating, clean water, regular exercise, and good rest can all be undermined if we allow worry, stress, fear, or any other circumstance rob us of our joy. I did a short word study on this verse in Proverbs, so today I want to share these thoughts with you. What does it mean to have a merry heart? From my studies over the years, I learned that heart is known as the ruling voice of authority in our house, or shall we say our body. That's why the Bible tells us to guard our hearts above all else, for out of it flow the issues of life. Proverbs 4:23. The word merry, though, in Proverbs 17:22 means simply to be joyful, to rejoice, to be glad. So to have a merry heart means that joy is the ruling voice in our lives. Our verse in Proverbs also tells us that this merry heart does good for us just the same as medicine. The word translated does good means to make well. And the word for medicine means to be cured, to be healed. So we see from God's word that a merry heart can make us well and be a cure to bring healing. It can be our medicine, perhaps even our best medicine. But now let's look at what a broken spirit can do to us. Our verse today tells us that it dries up the bones. So what is a broken spirit? The word broken means one that is stricken or wounded. And the word spirit here is breath. It's the very spirit that gives us life. The word dries up means just that. It means to take away all the moisture. But it can also refer to one that has lost all hope. The word bones doesn't just mean our literal bones, but refers to our strength as well. In Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 10, it tells us, "Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." Happiness may depend on our circumstances, but our joy comes from our spirit and does not depend at all on our circumstances. It depends on one thing and one thing only, the one and only unchangeable God. When our spirit is wounded and we have lost all hope, it can really rob us of our joy and in turn, our strength if we let it. But we must not lose hope even when facing impossible seeming circumstances, for with God, all things are possible. Our circumstances can be difficult and can certainly affect our happiness, but they can change while God does not. We must guard our hearts above all else and not let our circumstances rob us of our joy. I've thought much about having joy in all circumstances. James 1 verse 2 tells us to count it all joy when we face trials of any kind. How in the world do I count it as joy when my car was just totaled in a car accident, or bills are piling up beyond my resources from unexpected illnesses or appliance breakdowns? How in the world do I count it all joy when a loved one is sick or passes away, when my basement floods from recent storms? Over the years, I have often struggled with this verse, trying to discover how to think of my trials or difficult circumstances as joy, and all joy at that, until I again looked more closely to the original word used. The Greek word translated as count here actually means to lead or to go before. So James is actually telling us that when we face trials of any kind, it's not about sitting around declaring that the pain we are experiencing is wonderful or saying, "Oh, I'm so glad that I'm going through this heartache or trial," but it's about leading with joy, praising God and believing, even clinging to His goodness and promises to lead us through whatever we are going through. It is about hoping in the unchangeable mercy of God. When the children of Israel were wandering in the wilderness and the cloud of God would move, telling them to break camp and move on to where He would lead them, each tribe would go out in a particular order. I do not think it is a coincidence that it was the tribe of Judah, whose name means praise, that was always the first to lead the way. As we learn to lead with praise, to lead with joy, this joy can be like medicine to our spirit, our soul, and our body. So my word of encouragement to you today is that as we continue on this journey of seeking good health through food, exercise, and lifestyle, let us not forget to guard our hearts as well. And perhaps the best resolution we can make for this year is to learn to lead with joy. I will close today by reading Psalm 100 on this, my 100th episode of Sue's Healthy Minutes. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before His presence with joyful singing. Know that the Lord, He is God, and it is He that has made us and not we ourselves. We are His people and the sheep of His pasture. Enter into His gates with thanksgiving and into His courts with praise. Be thankful and bless His name, for the Lord is good and His mercy is everlasting and His truth endures to all generations. I want to thank you for listening to Sue's Healthy Minutes and allowing me to speak into your life for these 100 episodes. I look forward to sharing many more to come. For the next 2 weeks, we will resume our look at the nutritional benefits of the specific grains in the diet of the Hunzas that I discussed in episode 94. We covered millet and buckwheat in episodes 95 and 96 before pausing for Christmas and New Year's messages. So we will continue with a closer look at rye, barley, and oats. Thank you for listening today. I hope you will find joy in your journey, for truly a merry heart is our best medicine. Until next time, this is Sue Becker from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minutes.
Sue's Healthy Minutes podcast has been a presentation by the Bread Beckers Incorporated, located in Woodstock, Georgia. For more information, store hours, and learning opportunities, visit breadbeckers.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast and never miss an episode. Share this with 2 friends who would benefit from this information, and be sure to join us again next week for more of Sue's Healthy Minutes.